Hello, everyone. Did you know that the coconut is a quintessential fruit of the tropics? It's widely utilized in food, fuel, and even construction materials. Join us on an exploratory journey through paradisiacal tropical lands as we dive into the marvels of this unique fruit. Settle in, unwind, and savor an exhilarating voyage of discovery in this captivating video. Were you aware that coconut oil is a type of oil extracted from the kernel or meat of mature coconuts? It possesses various applications due to its high saturated fat content, enabling it to oxidize slowly. For this reason, it can remain intact for up to 6 months at 24 degrees Celsius without spoiling. To produce coconut oil, first, the mature coconut pulp is meticulously separated, serving as the raw material for the oil extraction process. The coconut meat is grated or sliced and then dried. Drying can be accomplished either in the sun or in an oven. Coconut oil is abundant in medium-chain fatty acids like lauric acid. It contains antioxidants that can aid in protecting cells from damage. Coconut oil can also help accelerate metabolism and promote fat burning. Dried coconut meat can be separated from the oil by 2 methods: pressing and cold pressing. In the pressing method, coconut pulp is pressed using a mechanical press. This method allows for high oil yields. Heat can be applied during the pressing process as well, resulting in the production of unrefined or crude coconut oil. Unrefined coconut oil undergoes chemical and physical processes to remove unwanted odors and flavors. Refined coconut oil has a lighter color and a more neutral flavor. If you're a fan of coconut products, please leave one in the comments. You see, around these parts, cultivating coconuts is a popular agricultural activity. However, if you're aiming to establish your own farm, you have to ensure that you're propagating young trees with the finest coconuts you can find. That means you have to be highly selective and choose only the best dried coconuts from high-yielding mother trees. It's all part of the process, and trust me, it's worth it in the end. Now listen up, y'all. Cultivating coconuts ain't no quick draw. It takes a good 3 years from when that young tree sprouts until the first harvest. But hold your horses, cause there are some coconut varieties that can take up to 25 to 30 years to reach their full potential, and when they do, they can yield up to a whopping 200 to 300 fruits per tree per year. Now that's what I call a bountiful harvest. Coconut is one of the most vital crops in tropical countries, particularly in Southeast Asia, and if you want to harvest them coconuts right, you got to follow a few important steps. First off, you got to choose the right time to harvest when them coconuts are ripe. The meat inside is sweet and fatty. That's when they're at their best, but you got to inspect them first. Make sure they ain't damaged or dead. If a coconut is cracked, it ain't going to fetch a high price, and it's liable to disease, so take a good look before you start picking. Now, when it comes to harvesting them coconuts, it's a different story with them tall perennial trees. It can be downright tricky and even dangerous. Folks got to climb up to the top, or they use an iron sickle tied to a long pole to reach the coconuts and cut them loose. But let me tell you, there's a little something special about harvesting coconuts. Them farmers who use the coconut shells to drink water right there on the spot. And let me tell you, that coconut water is as sweet as a Georgia peach and as refreshing as a cool breeze on a hot summer day. It's a little reward for all that hard work put into harvesting them coconuts. Depending on the purpose, coconuts are taken to various processing facilities. Dehisking a coconut is a process that requires skill and finesse, as you can see. This method is somewhat hazardous, but it is the most common method when dehisking a dried coconut. First, you need to find a suitable way to keep the coconut in a fixed position. If you don't have any specialized tools, you can use both hands to stabilize the coconut shell on a table or the ground. In these factories, after the coconuts are dehisked, they're manually loaded by 1 or 2 operators. During the initial stage, the coconuts are individually placed into appropriate cups positioned on 2 channels on the left side of the machine and then transferred to the cutting area. Each coconut is gripped by 2 clamps, and a blade creates the first horizontal incision around the coconut. The coconuts, once dehisked, are released from the gripping device and collected and transferred to the front, ready to be reloaded for the second stage. Coconut milk is a delicious and versatile ingredient. It can be used in desserts, sauces, and many other recipes. Here's how it's produced. White flesh is finely ground and mixed with water. The mixture is then filtered to obtain coconut cream. The coconut cream is separated into cream and liquid milk through a process called centrifugation. The cream is condensed to achieve a thicker consistency. The cream is then pasteurized to kill microorganisms and extend its shelf life. The pasteurization process involves stages of heating and cooling. Now, let me tell you something interesting about them coconuts. After the peeling process, the dry husk of the coconut fiber is beaten like cotton, and then it's put into a weaving machine. The end result is some mighty strong ropes that serve a whole range of needs for folks. It's truly remarkable how every part of the coconut can be put to good use. Ain't nothing goes to waste, and that's how we do it in the Wild West. The second hard shell of the coconut, also known as the coconut husk or shell, will be crushed into various sizes and then pressed and packaged. Do you know what they're used for? This material has a lightweight and airy structure. It is also excellent at retaining water and can slowly release it so that your plants could absorb it better. This is a great material for cultivation in hydroponic and aeroponic systems. The hard core can be turned into some mighty fine decorations and even night lights. They're beautiful and downright fancy. If you're impressed by what you're seeing, don't forget to leave a like for this here video. Show some appreciation for the hard work and creativity that goes into making such fine things from these humble coconuts. The uses of coconut are very diverse. First of all, coconut is a rich source of nutrients. It contains many important vitamins and minerals, including vitamin C, potassium, magnesium, and calcium. This helps provide energy for the body, strengthens the immune system, and reduces the risk of cardiovascular diseases and cancer. In the culinary industry, coconut water can be drunk directly or used to make juices, smoothies, coconut milk, and desserts. Besides, coconut is also used to make dishes such as coconut rice, coconut cake, coconut sweet soup, and many other dishes. Coconut can also be used to create beauty products such as coconut oil, shower gel, and lotion. If y'all find yourselves in them Southeast Asian countries like Thailand or Vietnam, don't go fretting about quenching your thirst. Why? You just mosey on down to one of them roadside coconut water shops and you'll be fixin' to find just what you need. Folks around these parts, they don't go in for none of that fancy, smashed, processed coconut water. No, sir. They like it straight from the source. All you got to do is peel off that soft skin and crack open the top, and you'll be sipping on some of the tastiest coconut water your taste buds ever did meet. And if you're really looking to cool off on a hot day, just toss in some ice, and you'll be right as rain. Well, shucks, take a gander at this here coconut jelly factory in Thailand. They're making some mighty fine treats, let me tell you. First, they pour some coconut water into a bowl and cook it up real nice to make that their jelly. Then they take the hard core of the coconut and carve it out like a cup, all fancy-like, and once that jelly's done cooking, they pour it right back into the original core. Now ain't that just something? Them Thai folks sure know how to make a tasty treat out of a humble old coconut. Every part of the coconut tree can be utilized. The leaves of the tree can be made into brooms like this.